Morning, welcome to a new video. Me, Richard Clements. So you're joining me today on an adventure. I have to confess, it's a bit of a spur of the moment job. Made me mind up yesterday. I'm off to Kent, so I'm here at home. So I'm riding to Kent and back, 700 kilometers, and then coming back through, as you can tell by the title of the video, back through London. So I thought, well, I'll use the coronation as an inspiration. Inspiration? That might be too strong a term, but you know, a reason for doing it. So yeah, I'm starting out here on the old Midland line and out towards Nailsworth, and then climb up out the valley of Nailsworth to Minchinhampton, Charrington, Kemble, Cotswold Water Park, and then out towards Swindon. Yeah, I think from there, Hungerford, Newbury, Basingstoke area, and then east from there. I'll have plenty of time to talk to you about all the route and what have you. But yeah, the weather is lovely today so far. I don't think it's got to be so great tomorrow, and but Salavi, you know, it's been a wet spring so far. Well, it has been. I think this is the final spring month, May, isn't it? You know, but yeah. So let's get on with it. Well, nice early stop, 40k in. Right, so Surney, Cotswold Water Park. Nothing really to report between home and here, really, other than that the wind's quite strong. Luckily, it's sort of a crosswind, so now all the bushes and trees and what have you have got leaves on, so there's plenty of shelter. So I only get the odd few miles here and there where it's a bit of a grind. But anyway, yeah, I just this co-op here in South Surney, I just thought they've got a coffee machine. I'll stop for a coffee and ended up with a sausage roll as well. So that'll keep me going for a bit longer. That's 1% done. Is it 1%? No, it's over 5%, isn't it? I must say it is already. So this is the old railway line. I've just come out of South Surney, and this takes me to Cricklade basically. And I should have done this the other week on that 200 DIY, and I didn't for some reason. I went wrong and didn't bother doubling back. Anyway, I had a bit of bother with the camera because somebody forgot to charge it. So I do have the means to charge it actually. So I might do that at some point. But I had a spare battery. It's been in my bag for a month, and well, since last summer, my spare battery, and yeah, it was. It's just needed. It's only about 50% charge, so I doubt it lasts the trip. But it'll do for now. I was 5 minutes to sit back there, faffing about with it. Of course, I nearly broke the camera as well, the door on it, so that would have been a pain. Well, it certainly have had my money's worth out of it. I used a lot of other stuff other than just the YouTube stuff you see. So I'm through Swindon now, and it's myriad of cycle lanes. Yes, thank you Tesco's. through, you know, but then came across some roadworks. And God, this is busier than I was expecting. Anyway, I did what you would normally do and carried on. Well, I did get through. And then into the village of Wanborough. Climbed up Callas Hill out of there, and I've just crossed a ridgeway with a King Alfred's Way route at Fox Hill. So it should be a little bit more flowy for a while now. Famous last words. That's 84k now. So the skirts of Hungerford petrol station. A cup of coffee, another sandwich, and yeah, a bit windy. That's making life difficult because I'm kind of going in that general direction. It's alright when there's trees and bushes about, like I said earlier, but other times it's just hard work. Fortunately, it looks like I'm going to have to look at the weather, see if this is going to die down a little bit. So yeah, from here I think the next skirt round Basingstoke. Silchester springs to mind, which is the Roman place. And then it's sort of heading sort of southeast then, sort of towards sort of Crawley and places like that. Yeah, if it wasn't for this wind, it'd be quite pleasant. Well, this is the River Kennet, and I'm just entering into Hungerford now on the A4, hence why the amount of traffic there is. But this water is pretty clear. You can see the reeds underneath, waving in the current. I'm just joining the. I think this is the Kennet and Avon Canal. I mean, if we're going by that, it would suggest it was the Kennet and Avon cycle route. As you can see, like 3 miles to Newbury. I've actually been along here before, but it's in the dark of all things, and that was on a 600. See the years back. It's like very early in the morning on day 2, and the route came along here. Anyway, I've just noticed this pillbox. Yeah, machine gun there would take your ankles out nicely, even mine. Yeah, so having been along here before, takes you into the centre of Newbury, traffic free, so that's good. Lovely little bridge there, you see. So folks, if you find me just outside Newbury now, Newbury was particularly busy. I hit it at peak tin can, you know. Anyway, what you're looking at now is the control tower at Greenham Common. So those who were around in the 80s will remember Greenham Common with the CND protests and what have you. And the control now, obviously it's not an airbase anymore, and it's now open to visitors other than today, it seems. But yeah, this was an active airfield with nuclear weapons stored here. It's now a rather nice common area, you know, common green. You can actually ride on it. I have done so a while ago. And there's a map of the old airfield. So folks, I said that you can actually ride on it. I've just come along this gravel path here, and the main road is over in this direction somewhere, but it was so busy that you know, there was lots of blind corners and I was holding the traffic up, so I was actually quite glad to get away from it, you know. Anyway, that's Green and Common. It's now like a heathland. No airfield anymore. I know I've been along this path straight on before now, and you can still see all the hangars and everything off to over there somewhere. As you know, I was by the control tower. I'm amazed it's so close to the main road. You know, in that you know, during the Cold War, it would have you know, been quite sensitive, especially if they were storing nuclear weapons here. Anyway, I'm off up this road now, and going past another point of interest, which is another Maston place. Hello folks, I'm just outside Guildford, just under 200k done. So I'm over halfway, you know, to I can't remember actually saying where the destination was. It's actually Margate. So I'm over halfway there from home now. I've just stopped in this petrol station. I'd run out of water, so I filled my bottles. Got a coffee and a bit of sugar, and yeah, I just crack on once I've consumed all of that. But yeah, that wind today has made it quite difficult. Well, you know, it's been not necessarily in my favour. You know, it's been quite hard at times. And it's usually if you're on a climb, you know, it's uphill into the wind, you know, that sort of scenario. But I've just plugged away at it. I haven't looked at it. I was about 2 hours in hand at Oddyham. So what I should have actually explained is I'm doing a DIY board act. That gives me the sort of motivation to do it, if I'm honest, but if I don't get around in time, then I won't. This is mainly me trying to batter myself to get, you know, a bit of weight off more than anything else. So if I get to tomorrow night and I need somewhere to stay, or worst case scenario, not thinking that way, but you know what I mean, it won't be the end of the world. I should still get round. It'd just be, you know, 8 hours slower than what I would have done. You know, find somewhere to stay. Not that I'm planning on doing that. I've brought my bivvy bag with me, so if I need to stop, you know, I'll find somewhere quiet and get my head down, you know. So yeah, just by the M25 now, so that's progress in itself. Seems to have taken forever today. You know, when the wind's that in one way and it's just wears you out, you know. Anyway, I'm going to get this coffee down me and get back on the road. There we are in Farnham. Those who've done the Calfords Way route will know Farnham. So yeah, progress is steady. Well folks, I'm at a place called Warnham, somewhere near Crawley I think, and well, I've had a bit of a torrid time up to this point, mainly because my route took me on a bridleway, which basically I could have needed a mountain bike to ride it. So I ended up walking for about half a mile, rejoined the route, no problem, although it was very hilly, and then it sent me off down another bridleway, and I'd never had the appetite for that a second time. So I went round. I did a bit of a extra bit. Anyway, I stopped on the side of the road checking whether I was going the right direction, and a couple pulled up in a car and asked if I was alright, which was lovely of them. Anyway, I'm going to crack on. well over 200k done now, so anyway, let's crack on.